the YDS USDT chart. This is the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, it is actually bearish. The YDS has been falling for some time now. If we take our part 2, we see that it's actually falling. Okay, let's start from here. You see, it went up to a level like this, then it came down to this level, then it went back up to this level, then we came back here, then this level, then back down here, then we go to this level, and now we are here. So it is expected that it's going to fall lower, right? So this is that's what is expected. Okay, so as it is, as you can see now, we are having a lower highs. This is the lower high, this is another lower high, this is another lower high, and this is another lower high. And not only the lower high, we also have a lower low. This is lower low, this is another lower low, although this is a higher high, but we came back down to a lower low, and now we are getting a lower high, and the next one we're expecting is a lower low. So any lower low will be below this level, and any lower low means our trade that we took will start being in profit, right? Because we took a trade just around this level. So any lower low, any new lower low we get, it means our trade will be in profit, and in no distant time we'll hit our TP1, and eventually we're going to close 50% of the open position. Why? Because this trade is actually, the RSI indicator is showing us that we're actually in an oversold position. So what it means is that at any particular point in time, the trade can bounce back up, right? So we don't want to be caught up in that situation. So we have to start taking our profit as soon as we start having it. So as soon as you get to our TP1, we close 50% of our open position, right? So this is the chart of the YDX, and this is the 4-hour time frame. So we're still making lower lows, and we're still making lower highs. So eventually we're going to make a new lower low, and then we hit our TP1, then we'll close 50% of our open position, so that this trade will become a risk-free trade, right? But right now we are risking some amount of money. If it should go and hit our stop loss, okay, let's try to bring out the smart indicator. Okay, so if it should go and hit, okay, you can see we're having a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? So we got a smart sell indicator, smart sell alert, and we took a trade at this level. Then our TP1 is at this level, then our TP2 here and here. So the moment we have a new lower low, we're having a lower low, lower low. The moment we get a new lower low, which eventually means we are getting to our TP1, and we're going to close 50% of the open position, right? Then when you get to TP2, we close 50% of what is left, and eventually we close the trade when you get to TP3, right? So this is not the kind of trade you just leave hanging for a long time, because our RSI indicator is showing us that we're already in the oversold position. This cryptocurrency has been falling for a long time, so at any particular point in time it can bounce back. So we don't want to be caught up in that kind of situation. So as part of our risk management, as part of what I tell my students, is you have to make sure you practice a very good risk management and use a very good risk management strategy, right? And one of the things to take note in that strategy is that we don't spend more than 2% of our capital in a single trade, because even though this technical analysis is looking so perfect, something can just happen in the market and the price will jump up, right? Besides, a billionaire can just decide to buy this particular cryptocurrency because the market cap is not that large. A billionaire or a millionaire can decide to buy a large sum of this particular cryptocurrency, and because of that, it will not mind what this technical analysis is saying. Just because somebody is buying a large sum of this particular cryptocurrency, the price will shoot up. So we have to be mindful of that aspect too, right? So we have to trade with caution. Even though we are getting our good profit from this trade, it can bounce back at any particular point in time. So when those kind of things happen, we don't want to be caught unawares, and we don't want it to liquidate our trade or affect our capital in a very bad way. That is why we practice a good risk management strategy, and one of it is considering the fact that we use only 2% of our capital in a single trade, right? So that is just it. So very soon we're hoping to get our TP1, then we close 50% of the open position, and then we know that this trade is risk-free, in the sense that after hitting TP1, if we should go back and hit our stop loss, we are not losing any money, because the profit we are going to make from getting to our TP1 is exactly what we are going to lose when we go back to our stop loss after hitting our TP1. The only time we're going to lose money in this trade is if this particular trade goes and hit our stop loss first before coming to hit our TP1 or our TP2. But as long as it goes and hit our TP1 and we've closed 50% of our open position, the trade becomes a risk-free trade. Anytime it moves to hit our TP2 before hitting our stop loss, is added profit. When it goes to hit our TP3 before hitting our stop loss, added profit, right? So this strategy will make sure we always on a safe side, right? And with a win rate of 80%, we are sure to remain consistently profitable. Okay? Alright, so talk to you guys later. The 4-hour chart of the YDS USDT. As you can see, the YDS is completely bearish. The 15 minutes chart is bearish. The 1 hour chart is bearish. The 4 hour chart is bearish. Even the daily chart is also bearish. So we got a smart sell order, and our entering level was at 1.972. Our TP1 is placed at 1.84151. Our TP2 placed at 1.71101, and our TP3 is placed at 1.58052. So as usual, we take 50% of our open position, we close it at TP1, we close 50% of what is left at TP2, and at TP3 we completely close the trade. Although our RSI indicator is showing us that the DyDx is at a oversold position, but that notwithstanding, we just broke a key support level, and as long as this key support level remain broken, we are going to fall and hit our TP1 and eventually hit our TP3. So that is for the trade of the YDX, and we are pretty hopeful that we're going to make some profits.